Ah, what a good day to be a Karankawa. As your guide for this Karankawa tour, I will be telling you about the Karankawas and how they lived. For starters, the Karankawas were nomadic people who lived off the sea. Their houses were called ba'aks and were made out of long long tree trunks and the limbs of the trees that were bent over together and tied together, making the house. The Karankawas would frequently move from the coast of from their region of the coast of the Gulf coastal plains. That's the region they lived in, to the islands in the Gulf of Mexico. They used boats that were burnt out tree trunks, and then all the char and bird stuff would be scooped off with seashells. The Karankawas really used the sea to their full advantage, hunting fish, and it was a major part of their diet. But the Karankawas still ate other stuff. They ate nuts and berries. They also hunted bison. And today we will be going on a bison hunt, as there have been reports of bison nearby. And there are the bison. The bison provided a lot of stuff like food and sometimes clothing. Even the Karankawas didn't usually have a lot of clothing. The Karankawas didn't have any horses and hunted with bows and spears. Some of the culture about the Karankawas were that they really didn't wear a lot of clothing, as it just wasn't part of what they did. Sometimes the children wouldn't even wear clothes because it was so hot outside, and and the bugs were biting. Men wore simple breeches and women wore sometimes grass skirts. They would smear animal fat and grease all over their bodies to avoid getting bitten. Not to mention, they would wear ear piercings on the lower part of their ear and chest. They'd wear piercings on the lower part of their ear and chests. The Karankawas weren't the most friendly species, as shown when they attacked the fort of St. Louis. Speaking of Fort of St. Louis, one of the major things that wouldn't have happened if the Karankawas didn't exist was that the Fort of St. Louis would have never been attacked, and then the explorer Robert de La Salle would have never died to his men. The reason he died was because he left his men to die, and then the men that were still alive killed him. So they leave the bison, not killing them all, so the population can regrow, and then they can hunt again. The Karankawas ate berries, as shown, and they also drank cactus juice sometimes, but they usually got water from the rivers. They couldn't use the seawater because seawater is salt water, and it wouldn't have helped them. The Karankawas even practiced ceremonial cannibalism as a part of their culture. The reason they did this was because to pay respect. It's a ceremonial like burial kind of for their fallen comrades and friends. This was so that they could gain some of the good traits about those people, like their courage, their intelligence. They sometimes even ate the bodies of their fallen enemies as a way to get revenge, or like a magical means of capturing the enemy's courage and strength. The Karankawas, the land provided the Karankawas food and building materials. They also flattened most of their camps and hunted the animals, so this would keep the animal population low and then their animal this kept their animal population down, and it also stripped the land of some resources. But the Karanka was like most other Native American tribes, knew how to take care of the land and the nature. I'm getting hungry. I guess I should eat this amazing bison meat. Well, that was a successful day. Thank you for touring the amazing world of the Karankawas with me. Bye.